What the fuck, episode 15. So this headline caught my eye because I can identify with it. Outright lying. Australian scientist hits out at TGA after life-changing COVID vaccine injury. For those of you going, what conspiracy website this is? It's news.com.au, so it's pretty much mainstream. So Dr. Rado Falatic has slammed the Therapeutic Goods Administration's adverse event reporting process, saying the medicines regulator tasked with vaccine safety surveillance was simply uninterested in investigating his symptoms despite submitting multiple reports. And I think that's happening to a lot of people, because I know from a mate of mine, his daughter had severe reactions and swollen legs afterwards, and the doctors just didn't want to know. He took photos. He actually asked for my advice, like, where do I report this? Because the doctors just say, no, it's not from the vaccine. Back to the article. He says the worst has been an oppressive brain fog, headaches, chest pains, abdominal pains, unbelievable muscle twitching, issues focusing my vision. Basically, I've been unable to work for 8 months. I'm only now just starting to feel a little bit normal, blah, blah, blah. This is not a mild side effect. This has been life-changing. And he's had it for 8 months. He added, I don't necessarily blame doctors. The problem is there hasn't been a test to find out what's wrong. I know some people are getting misdiagnosed with anxiety, functional neurological disorder. That's not what's going on. It's a physical injury. I identify that with that again because my mother had an adverse reaction to the vaccine as well. But I do blame the doctors, and this is why. My mother's doctor said to her the swelling in her arms and hands, even though it was the day after the vaccine, he said that it's not the vaccine. 100% it's not the vaccine. So my mum said, well, what's it from? And he goes, I don't know. So she said, how do you know that it's not the vaccine? Why are you discounting it? So why aren't they looking at it? Because it pretty much makes sense. She just had the vaccine. So wouldn't you put 2 and 2 together that it's the vaccine? And this brings me back to a what the fuck moment right at the start of this, when I tried to get an exemption and I've got a blood clot history. I said to the doctor, can I get an exemption? And he said no. And he said, but don't get the Pfizer because of your blood clot. So obviously he is saying there's something wrong. He goes, get the Astra instead. So I said, look, I don't want to get it because there's 2 people that I know that have had heart attacks. There's another 2 people that have had adverse reactions where they've had to go to hospital. So this was back in October. So that number is at least 20 people that I know personally now that have had adverse reactions or heart attacks. So his explanation to me back then in October was it's only 1 in 200,000 that have adverse side effects. So my reply to that was, well, if it's only 1 in 200,000, I don't know 200,000 people. I don't have 200,000 friends or people that I know. So how do I know 4 people that have had adverse side effects and even 2 heart attacks? And he just said to me, oh, look, I don't know what to say to put you at ease. And I'm like, nothing's putting my... Well, you can't, because it doesn't make sense what you're saying. 1 in 200,000, I don't know 200,000 people, but I know 4 people. So I should know 1 person at most, is what he's saying. But I don't. I knew 4. Now I know 20, and I know of thousands through Cafe Lockdown that just watching the reports that Michael is doing that have had adverse reactions or people that have died. It's just everywhere, and you're trying to convince me that it's safe. What the fuck is going on, guys? All right. Leave your comments, like usual. Subscribe, do whatever you like. It's not mandated, not on this YouTube channel. Peace and out.